Hey Yoshiki, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I just watched this documentary last night, this beautiful film, and went in with context for some artists, but some not the other for so some of the others. Can you tell me about when you first got the idea to make this film?
Well, so some of the artists I was already collaborating before this event happened. Also, some of the artists we just discussing about collaborating. Then you know, then COVID hit. Then so I decided to just try to how do you say send some message to my fans, not like a writing or anything, just try to create something to lift my fans' spirit up. Um, so then decided to this film, and artists were doing amazing artists are doing kind of a living to living room, kind of
Mm.
a Zoom call-ish, like collaboration, something like this, or um, doing a music project. I wanted to do something bigger than life kind of thing, nothing is impossible kind of vibe. So yeah.
Can you tell us about this location? It's really beautiful and it's really like inspiring. Where is the set, and tell me a little bit about getting this location, this rooftop here.
Yes, thank you for asking. So of course, we did multiple locations, but the main location is actually downtown in Los Angeles. So which I pretty much stayed like almost 2 years straight during the COVID. Just I didn't go anywhere almost 2 years. So yes, doesn't look like in Los Angeles, but because you see the skyscraper or something like this, yeah, but it's downtown.
Tell me a little bit about creating these renditions. And one thing that surprised me about documentary is when you're creating these songs, you just write them on music by hand. Tell me about that.
So in general, I write, just music in music score. When I compose songs, I do not use a musical instrument. Sometimes I use piano, sometimes I use guitar, but in general, I kind of train classical music
Hmm.
way, a classical way. So like somebody Beethoven does or something so Beethoven did or Mozart did. So I just write everything in a music score. Could be orchestra, could be even rock band, rock tune, whatever. I even write drum score and everything. So that's kind of natural way for me to just arrange the song, using music score, so I can write on the plane or anywhere. Yeah, working on the Chainsmokers a song, closer. So I feel first of all, I feel very grateful they let me, arrange their amazing songs. So it was kind of challenging. So it's like originally CDM, so I wanted to have a kind of classical music vibe. So I started doing the more like a piano strings vibe. Then I was like towards the end, I wanted to have some rock, vibe as well. So they also have amazing drummer from Matt. So they are like, I'm gonna also play drums, Matt as well. So we did, I put this kind of arrangement. So
Hmm. One thing that's really cool about your story is, a lot of artists get obsessed and really focus on creating one type of music, but you've created this diverse like types of artists you worked with, like international, reaching like across different types of music. Tell me a little bit about that obsession that built in you of like not only all these different types of music, but getting really good at all these different types of music.
thank you for saying that. So I mean, this, the film Yoshiki Under the Sky, the theme is kind of like a breaking down walls, walls divide countries or from I mean everything, right?
Mm.
So including genre. So I wanted to do something like some classical music ish to EDM or anything in between, rock or so that's kind of like a vibe. Then I have a classical music background as well as so rock drummer, so classical pianist. So then I've been just doing this entire my life, like throughout my life, just doing all those different kind of genre of music. So it was not like trying hard to do this something. It
Mm.
just kind of came naturally.
With any creative process, especially making a film like this, like there's always challenges along the way. What were some of the challenges for this film? And was there any like ever doubt that you're like, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to get made?
Good question. Actually, I there are so many moments I wanted to give up because it's just like obstacle after obstacle. Like, also this film is not only shot in Los Angeles, many countries like Germany, Japan, like China, and then also to make, how do you say it, to make it look like it's happening at the same time. Actually, it's not actually, but it's like, of course, that time difference. Nighttime in Los Angeles doesn't mean nighttime in Japan. So
Yeah.
then, yeah, there are a lot of editing process, to make it like a one event connecting all those. So that was directing, this film in Tokyo, directing remotely. So it was like, the hardest thing was try to make sense. Like, yeah, because, sun doesn't come from the west to the east, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I try to make it. I'm just making an example, but so nighttime, we're collaborating nighttime. So some of the artists in Japan shot in the forest, right? It's like it doesn't fit in this vibe, so I had to reshoot. Can you do it in a rooftop? I have an amazing location scout around the world. So yeah, it was pretty hard to make everything make sense.
And what's also like interesting is you're a busy person, but also seems like you're a very like focused person in what you create, right? So how do you kind of balance that? Especially when there's so many things going on in your mind, or like so many things you're working on. How do you like, tell me a little bit about the process when you're working maybe with an artist or collaborating on something. How you just focus and tell me a little about your creative process.
I put like entire my energy, everything I have to this project, regardless it's music or fashion or making film. So I'm not really balancing myself well. Like actually, I'm like sometimes like losing my mind. but I feel very grateful. I'm maybe even breathing in. Like I'm still alive. So I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm doing it, but so far somehow making sense. I don't know if it's gonna be able to be like the normal state of mind for that tomorrow or so. I don't know. Just every day is a challenge. Like I just have to. I just feel like I need to put entire my energy because every single field is very competitive. In music and film and everything. So I just do it with 100% of my energy. Then they also I'm very grateful. Like I have amazing fans around the world. So. Yeah.
And that comes through so much in different aspects of the film. I specifically want to ask about these fans. A lot of times, these fans, especially in this last part of the film, was really kind of emotional, where these fans are coming to you with kind of their heartache and how your music is kind of helping them through. And can you talk a little bit about that? First of all, how art has helped you through some of the tragedies in life, and then how it's helping your fans.
Yes, I went through or going through some of the hard time, like in terms of like losing, family member or band member or something like this. But every time, just my fans been very supportive. So my fans haven't been giving up on me. So I feel very grateful. So then, when I think about if I do create some art to support my fans, so it's like a kind of like a so for me to be even surviving, so like helping people actually that fact of helping people actually helps me to be even surviving while living in this world.
One thing that's really very passionate for you're very passionate about is philanthropy and giving back, financially in all these different ways. Can you tell me about kind of where in your career that started and what keeps you motivated to continue to give back?
Yes, so I lost my father when I was young. So when I was a kid, actually. So then he kind of passed away. He actually took his own life. So it was a very shocking event for me. Then, eventually, like when I became a musician. They started touring around the world. I decided to support children who were having hard time, or like, they don't have parents or something like this. I started helping people, kids. Then I started realizing helping people actually helps me, like, the fact doing this. So then I started doing the, charity, philanthropic work, like here and there. Then I decided to establish my own, like, foundation, 2010. So then next year, there's a huge earthquake happened in Japan. A Great East earthquake, and tsunami. So I decided to also support, disaster relief and everything. So since then, I'm kind of like, doing the charity work here and there. So, but it's like a kind of selfish way, but support. Because I can make it through. I mean, like I can be still breathing this with the world, because I'm kind of like helping people that helps me actually.
Well, that's inspiring. Thank you so much, Yoshiki. And yeah, this film is amazing, and I'm excited for so many more people to watch it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.